Well, we're both sharing a mic today.
Ooh, special.
Ooh, special.
I need to scoot up further than
You do need to scoot up just
Hang
a little
on,
bit
my
closer.
knee doesn't do... We're sharing the penis mic. I feel privileged.
You like my micro dick?
That's micro dick. Yeah, and I feel privileged. It's a privilege to penis.
And demonetization in 3, 2, 1.
Woo! Just wait, it only gets better.
Oh, shit. Where do you want to start with this? Because, my God.
I think the adventure that we started the day of your freaking birthday, because everybody knew I was taking you to New Orleans for your 30th birthday. Well, it was literally on her 30th birthday. Woke her happy butt up. We left at, 2:30ish in the morning?
You didn't wake me up. I've been up.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I didn't go to bed. I didn't go to bed.
So we jump in the car and haul butt to basically Jonesboro, where Matt, our local gunsmith and all that type of stuff, who is building her a really cool set, which we'll wait to unveil when she gets them in hand.
Yeah.
And he drives us to the Memphis train station because Mom got the bright idea. Let's take a train ride down there. Kaitie went, okay. I said, hey, we can drink. We don't have to drive. We can just kick back, enjoy the scenery. Scenery turned out to be trees. Trees.
Like up against the window trees.
Trees. If you looked at it and it just past you, it was yeah. So, needless to say...
It was more of like a green smear when I just took my glasses off.
It really was.
To be honest.
So, side note, Kaitie doesn't do well in moving vehicles if she's not the driver. So, needless to say, Kaitie passed out. Kaitie woke up. Kaitie passed out. Kaitie woke up. Kaitie passed out. It was a vicious cycle.
And then Kaitie woke up and almost decked somebody.
Oh, no, that was later on.
That was later on.
I had to go navigate and figure out where the damn toilet was, which was an adventure in itself. Then I found out where the food car was because I was in desperate need of coffee from being up at, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, whenever the hell we left. And then Kaitie finally woke up enough to go, I need to use the bathroom. So I told her where to go, and I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to take the seat that's next to the window because the bitch takes the window seat and falls asleep. It does make a little difference when you're over in the window versus over on the side, does it not?
Yeah.
Aisle seats suck. So anyways, I set her down next to these people, little old couple are hiding with us. And all of a sudden I'm hearing this boop, boop, boop. And I'm like, what in the actual hell is that? And I look over at Kaitie, and she turns to me, she goes, she's farting on me. Like, repeatedly farting on me.
Anytime she moved, I swore she was sitting on a whoopee cushion, because all I heard was... Anytime this woman moved, I'm like, oh my God.
I'm like, dude, just nod off again. You'll be fine. So she fell asleep, but she woke up about 10, 15 minutes later in mid-fucking panic attack or night terrors or whatever and damn near clocked this poor woman sitting next to her that was ever so gently farting on her. But
I didn't say sorry. I'm like, I'm sorry. She looked at me like I was possessed.
you kind of were.
Like I was tweaking or some shit, which I mean, a little bit.
A little bit. You were running on zero. So we take this, what's supposed to be a 7 to 8 hour train ride down, which would have been exactly the same amount for us in a car. And we would have had to stop and get gas and pee and all that kind of stuff. So it was a little more convenient. Other than the shaking, the horn honking, and the women yelling at each other in the back of the train car. Yeah, that was a little noisy. So we finally arrived down in New Orleans. Well, first of all, before we ever even get there, we're riding along, and I'm like, ooh, water. Oh, holy shit, we're going over Lake Pontchartrain. Kaitie's like, we're doing what? And I'm like, yeah, and we don't have, like, the side scaffold shit that you see on most bridges that go over water.
That's when you switched me seats again. You were like, I don't want the window seat anymore. You can have it. I'm like,
I'm done.
All right, it can't be that bad. And I look over, and there's just water. I'm like, this train's been running for years, but today would be the day.
That's right. Just the generality of it all. So, God. So we finally arrive. And we go out to meet our Uber driver, who was a very nice gentleman.
Yes, he was.
Took us up and dropped us off at the La Quinta Inn up in... It wasn't really the French district. It was a little north of it. Mm-hmm. And that was probably about 3:30, 4 o'clock. Well, my husband's best friend from college, Cassie, who also initiated Kaitie in the age of 21, taking her to the bars in Vegas, was joining us down there, so we were kind of waiting for her to arrive. And Sarah, our fearless co-pilot, was on her way down with her girlfriend, and they were still in Texas, no, they were there when we got there.
We arrived at the same time.
We arrived at the exact same time, and I'm looking, I'm like, God, that chick looks familiar. Katie's like, huh? She was a little tired. I'm like, is that Sarah? She goes, Sarah! Takes off running for her. People are like, okay, this child's weird.
Anyways, we get all checked in. We're waiting on Cassie, and we had a complimentary drink at the bar downstairs. So we go down there, and Mom's like, what do you want? What do you want? I'm like, I guess I'll do a lemon drop. Mind you, I've only had 4 carrots, not even 4.
And a little dab of hummus.
And a little dab of hummus. That's it on my stomach. I'm like, yeah, I could throw alcohol on that.
You betcha.
And then she's like, help me with my drink. Help me with my hurricane. I'm like, okay. So I'm sipping on that. And the next thing I know, she's like, help me with my Mai Tai. I'm like, will you stop ordering fucking drinks?
I was there to get my drink on.
I was fucking drunk before we left the hotel.
So we finally get Cassie. And Sarah and her girlfriend decided they were going...
I don't know what they did that night.
They went up to the bedroom because she wasn't feeling well. That's right. They stayed. Yeah. They checked in and they never came back down. We'll go with that. Anyways, so the 3 of us, Cassie, Kaitie, and I, go walking basically around the block to back behind the hotel to a restaurant called Tsunami. Oh my God.
That sushi was amazing.
The bomb. I told her, I'm like, eat, because, I don't want to hear about you bitching about being drunk and hear feast. So she did. She put down some serious...
It really did. And by the time, we had sat down, I'm like, my stomach was doing that thing of it's like, no, I don't want food anymore. I just want to go to bed. I'm like, no, we can eat a little bit because you're going to be just as upset if we wake up like this tomorrow.
And you don't have the memory of sushi.
You don't have the memory of sushi, so get something. I was like, okay. So I started eating, and finally my stomach calmed down. I'm like, these people about to see something special, because now I can put it away.
And she did. And I'm like, And we actually hit happy hour there, which was really nice. So if you're ever in New Orleans, look up the restaurant Tsunami. Excellent food. Excellent food. So we go back to the hotel. Cassie and I have a nightcap. Kaitie calls it a night. I come up, and Kaitie's still kind of awake up there, laying there, and I'm like, dude, we're going to get up not too early, because Cassie's not an early person, but I said, we do want to get up so we can go get some beignets, and that atmosphere and all of that.
I'm still in beignet withdrawal.
Oh, God, those things were delicious.
They were so good.
Oh, Salem, stop. Yours, go take care of your child. You have to pause this recording, because, yeah.
So the next morning when we actually head out, we walked down to Canal.
Yes.
And we hit the first beignet shop that we could freaking find.
Which is an original beignet shop.
And the guy that worked there was absolutely amazing.
I wish I could remember his name. He was the sweetest dude.
He was.
If you're listening, man, we miss your beignets, because, yeah, you were the bomb.
You were the bomb.
Plus, great. He was going for his degree in...
I want to say it was sociology he was
sociology
going for.
Or something like that. We were like, go for the forensic sociologist. That would be freaking cool. So,
that's such a cool profession to get into. Any of the forensic psychology stuff, that's freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Not my cup of tea, but definitely is cool nonetheless.
Yep. So we decided we would wander, was it Canal and Bourbon and a few of those streets, just kind of meandering, basically. Mm-hmm. Kaitie was our guide person. We made her put it on her phone so she'd have her map, of which at one point she cussed Matt because he took her map off. She goes north all the time.
I go north all the time. I don't know how people move with the map. I can't, man. It needs to stay stationary. That's like putting me in a tilt-a-whirl and saying, focus on your phone.
Oh, God. So needless to say, Matt was getting yelled at because, it's a long-standing feud between the two of them. I swear to God, they're separated at birth. But anyways, we ended up at a witch store. I can't remember what the
Witch's Brew.
Witch's Brew?
That's where we went.
Okay.
We won't give away too much here.
No.
Because obviously they've had problems and they did vocalize that with us. But if you want something rather interesting, go talk to them or talk to the vampires.
Yeah. Because
we went on a side quest from Witch's Brew to the
vampire shop. Talk to the vampire gal for a little bit. You guys are going to have to dig into some culture if you really want to know all the ifs, ands, and buts about it. But go see both these shops. They're very, very cool. As is the Voodoo Museum.
Oh, the Voodoo Museum was excellent.
Very cool. Very, very cool place. So, yeah, got all of our lore in one day type of thing. And they gave us a ticket to ride a very cool experience later that evening. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Sarah and her girlfriend are off doing a flippin' airboat tour of the swamps.
They're out in the swamp, and they offered to take me with them. I was like, you could not pay me enough to get close to the fucking water down here when there are gators waiting to bite at my toes.
Katie forgot that there were gators in Louisiana. So when Sarah comes back on, because I'm filling in obviously for her, when she comes back on, she can do her experience on that too, because it was very cool. Yeah. But we decided, we do this side quest later on in the evening, and
which took us to a secret and private speakeasy.
A speakeasy in New Orleans. There's probably multiples of them, but this was a really cool one.
It was really, really cool.
Really, really cool. So we did a speakeasy, but we had to wait for Sarah and her girlfriend. And I'm spacing out her... Candace, that's right. I kept wanting to call her Cassie, and it's like, no, she's not Cassie. Cassie's Cassie. Anyways, Candace. And all of us went up to the speakeasy, which was very, very cool.
Mm-hmm. I wish we would have stayed there longer. We should have gotten dinner first. And
we should have.
We
were starving, but yeah. Where did we go for dinner that night?
We went to a gumbo restaurant. I want to say it was the Gumbo Shop.
Was that the Paul? Yeah, Paul's or something like that down there.
Yeah.
Very good food, but of course Katie took one bite and went, "Oh, there's meat in this." I'm like, dude, I made sure I ordered something that didn't have meat in it. And I'm pretty sure it was one of them itty tiny shrimps that they put in for gumbo, and yeah. I'm
not taking the chance.
Yeah, exactly. So needless to say, had to feed her off-site again.
It wasn't too bad. I actually don't remember what I had for dinner that night. I think I had a beignet and I called it good.
Probably.
Because we came back out drinking later. I was just like, it's fine. I'll just pull Natalie in the hotel. I'll eat a tomato and we'll be good.
Yeah, that was the night we did go back out drinking that night. Yeah. We went down on Bourbon Street, which was a trip and a half. Wandered around Bourbon Street for a little while. I think it was about 10:30 or so. We're not late nighters. Plus, we knew we had to get up the next morning because we were headed to... Oh, God, was it the cemetery first, or...
We had the cemetery tour at, noonish.
Yeah, well, that's early for Cassie, so...
That is early for Cassie. That's kind of early for me, too. Yeah. I'm not going to lie to you.
Cassie's from Oregon, so there is a couple, 2 to 3 hours change difference for her.
People are like, oh, you're an early bird, because you get up and go swim at 7 in the morning. No. I go and swim,
and then I come back
and I go to bed.
Yes, that's exactly what she does. Abso-freaking-lutely.
I won't sugarcoat it.
No, she's,
I am a chronic sleepy girl, okay?
Yep. So
it's not expensive for anybody if I'm asleep.
That's true. She's not spending money and she's not doing weird shit, so. But the next day we got up, not early. Katie and I went over and had breakfast. Was that morning or the following morning?
That was the following morning that we got up and went and had breakfast.
We had breakfast at the hotel.
We had breakfast at the hotel.
Which was
and I was so sad.
It was so bad.
Because there was nothing there except for an egg and oatmeal. And the egg, I poked it and it did the turkey thing from...
Rubbery.
Well, not even the rubbery. It was the, I don't know if you guys have seen Christmas Vacation. I'm presuming some of you have. But when she cuts open the turkey and it just goes... Yeah. That's what the egg did to me. Yeah. I was like, I'm not eating that.
They were dry. You know, it would have been bad if it had a half a gallon of Cholula sauce on it, but it didn't, so...
Well, I didn't pack my Cholula with me.
I know. My bad. So, anyways, we get up and we take off wandering to the cemetery tour, which was the St. Louis Cemetery #1. And let me tell ya, that was freaking cool. If you've never done it, want to do it, highly recommend it. I learned way more there, especially about
I knew some of it when it came to using the mausoleums and the tombs there as natural forming cremation centers, because when I took forensic anthropology, we talked a little bit about New Orleans just in general, because there's a lot of different historical aspects there when it comes to anthropology, but you also have to think of how Hurricane Katrina affected it so
God, it rains a little bit and they flood. So that's why you bury above ground.
You bury above ground, because otherwise it gets into the water system down below and it contaminates the water, and people get sick with yellow fever and other things of the sort. Yeah. So you bury above ground, the tomb gets sealed for a year and a day. And from there, after it's been sealed, if a new family member comes into that tomb, they then chisel it back open and
take
use
a 10-foot
pole.
That's where I was.
And push everything to the back, because at that point, its skeletal remains and they're brittle because it's dry.
Yeah. It's really cool. And then you see like ferns and plants, and they like to say that that's a sign that life goes on after the cremation point or the burial point, which is cool as it is, but just being up close and seeing that. And we did get to see, oh God, what the heck's her name?
Marie
Laveau's tomb. Learned a little bit more about her.
You can see the damage that was done from somebody that painted
somebody came in there,
pink.
Latex pink. Some asshole walked in there and painted it, and then they had to restore it and make it fresh again, which was a pain in the booty. This is why you have to have tickets, and you have to show your tickets to go into cemetery number 1, because it's locked up. But it's still a really, really cool and informative tour. However, everybody in frickin' Louisiana talks at the speed of sound. I'm like, oh my God, I can't understand these people. They need to slow down.
We're slow talkers up here in Arkansas, okay?
Oh my God.
We want to make sure that you get what we're saying, all right?
I was a slow talker in Colorado and Arizona too, but sweet baby Jesus, they really go 100 miles an hour.
They go 100 miles an hour.
Holy Lord. Oh, we did meet the voodoo priestess gal, Black Cinnamon.
Yep.
At the Voodoo Museum. She was very cool.
She was very sweet.
Very nice lady. Should have probably had your cards read down there while we were there.
Probably should have. I'll do it next time.
I was going to say, I think there's going to be a next time, because there was just way too much to see. And we didn't even get out of the French Quarter. But that evening we came back. No, that evening, that's the one we went over and we took. And this is another cool tour that you can take, and I highly recommend it. Streets of Sin. Christo, I cannot remember your last name. Hopefully you listen to this. Kaitie might have the card.
I do have the card. Hold on.
We can actually promote him because he was awesome. We actually got the owner of the tour to give the tour. We snuck in. We were supposed to be there until... 8 or so, and he took us at the 7 o'clock one.
Y'all were like, we gotta make it there on time. And I was like, buckle up, we're speed walking.
And once again, she's looking at her phone as we're going down. But yeah, we found it, got down there, the cathedral, met there. It was beautiful. His name is Christo Guzzardi. Yes. And he is out, he is the owner, lead horror historian, I love that, of Streets of Sin, and you can find him out on Instagram. We'll put a link in our area on this one for it. So, but we took that one just on the main reason we wanted to see the LaLaurie mansion.
Yes, and LaLaurie is coming.
Yes,
I'm working on it right now, which is why you guys aren't getting anything super special today outside of some medieval torture. But even then, I dug pretty deep with these guys, like deeper than I have previously with medieval torture. Like, I found scholarly articles this time around.
Ooh, very cool. Well, let's finish up. We did our nighttime walk, and then as we were walking, his helper, whose name was, oh my God.
N.
And it was E-N-N-E.
Yep.
N, because she's a palindrome or whatever it's called. She told us about another speakeasy there that we had to come back and look at. So we got done with our tour.
Not just a speakeasy. the seance room.
It's a seance room type of thing. So we crashed this flippin' restaurant, which, oh my God, it smelled delicious.
We'll be eating there.
We'll be eating there if we go back, because all three of us were like, oh my God, this is fabulous. We need here. Went up to the speakeasy, have a few pictures. Actually, we could probably put some out on Instagram or whatever.
Oh, absolutely.
We'll tie a few of our pictures in for people. Birthday girl sitting in the big throne type of thing. Mm-hmm. Very, very cool. Dead of night, probably 9:30, 10 o'clock. And I'm like,
it was around 9:30.
We are taking an Uber back.
10.
Yeah, I was like, we're taking an Uber back because there ain't no way I'm walking my lazy butt all the way back up there after hoofing it all the way down. And then the next morning we went out for breakfast, waited for Cassie to get up, and then we all decided, let's upgrade our tickets to do what's called not a sleeper car. We were in the roomette. It was a roomette. It was a 2-person little room that the chairs would fold into a. It was a little fly.
I know it was, but
I'm sick of them going in front of me. Folds into a bed, and then there's a sleeper loft up above, of which, of course, Kaitie had to put down and crawl up there and pretend to try to fall asleep, but I think she was still so wound up, wasn't happening.
I did not sleep.
No. We did that. We ended up coming back into Memphis somewhere. We were supposed to be around 10:30, 11 o'clock. We landed on time, arrived on time. Matt, however, was late getting us because he was farting around. So we had to sit around the dang Memphis terminal until they kicked us out at 11:30. Mm-hmm. Then we're like standing on the street going, oh God, I don't have a friggin' weapon. I'm like, stay close to the door, ladies. And then finally Matt showed up, and then we had the ride from hell, of which when we got home, what was the first thing you saw pulling up the driveway, Kaitie?
Well, first it was eyes, which, mind you, it's now 2 o'clock in the morning.
2:30.
Or 2:30 in the morning. And I'm kind of tired. I'm really ready just to go to bed, and I'm trying to figure out, blind bandit me, what the fuck is in the driveway blinking at me?
I'm like, huh?
And why is it so tall?
Yeah.
And my headlights hit the shins first. I was like, what the fuck is that? It's the 12-foot fucking Halloween skeleton from Home Depot.
Her daddy went and got it he bought it for her ahead of time, but was like, I don't want to go get it until you guys are gone. I'm like, cool. So he got it all set up for her, sent me a picture. I'm like, oh, is she gonna lose her shit?
I do like my skeleton. I hugged his leg this morning on my way in.
What'd you name him?
He is Billy Bones Jenkins.
Billy Bones Jenkins. All right. So, very eventful trip to New Orleans. It was very cool.
Oh, absolutely.
Very cool. Oh. But you'll get to hear more about it when Sarah gets on, because I'm sure her adventures were pretty good out in the...
Oh, yeah, because we weren't together the whole entire time. Like,
basically,
go wander
Bourbon Street night,
and
then they had to leave the next day, so it was just Cassie, Kaitie, and I. So we only got to see him for like 24 hours, if at that.
Oh, my goodness.
But it was good. Hope you enjoyed your birthday.
Oh, I loved my birthday. It was great.
Good. Good.
And then I came back and I got downtime by myself.
Yes.
So that was even better.
Yeah, we were here for a few days, and then we took off for Branson, get all the way home from Branson. And evidently I slept wrong. And when you are old and you sleep wrong, shit happens. Mm-hmm. I haven't been able to walk right since. My knee is all jacked up. So, sitting here is killing it. Let's do some medieval torture. You've got it all. I don't. I just gave you names and shit. You did all the work this time, so.
Well, we only got 3. I did my 3. I did not do your 3 because I was like, you know what? I think we're going to have enough to talk about today.
Oh, yeah. And I'm sure in between we'll come up with some stuff, too, because, yeah.
While we understand that some individuals listen for the entertainment aspect of true crime, it's important to remember that these are real people with families and friends who may still be suffering from their loss. These stories are not meant to open old wounds or cause further emotional damage to those involved. We remind you to please be respectful and do not dox or contact those involved with cases. The cases discussed on this podcast may be disturbing to some listeners, and listener discretion is advised. All right, so we're doing some medieval torture today, and we're going to start off with the Brazen Bull. So, created in the 6th century before Common Era, or BCE, the Brazen Bull, also known as the Bronze Bull, was designed to be a particularly gruesome method of capital punishment in Greece. This device was typically a hollowed brass statue, crafted to resemble that of a bull, in which victims would be placed into the stomach of the statue and a fire would be lit below it.
I was thinking other things.
Naturally, the metal would heat and as a result become extremely hot, causing the person inside to suffer an extremely painful death. Which, side note, just by the way, all of these ones that I covered, that I chose, are fucked up. So get ready. It's a little rough this time around.
Well, I was doing Brazen Bull. I'm like, well, there's 2 ways you could go with this. That was one of them. The other one was...
So, like I said, naturally, the metal would heat and as a result become extremely hot. As an insult to injury, the Brazen Bull was also specifically designed to amplify their screams as the victim slowly cooked or burned alive.
Out the mouth.
Inside of it, the bull had an acoustic apparatus, which, while the individual was inside screaming, to the spectator outside of the bull, it would sound like a deep bellowing bull.
I was going to say, how the fuck did they get the renaissance of that one to do it?
I kind of explained it just a little bit.
Well, yeah, mechanism. I kind of want to know what the mechanism is, but
We'll get into it here in a moment.
Okay, because I'm going, woo, that's kind of heinous.
Typically, if you're burned alive, you'll pass out fairly fast from smoke inhalation, but being trapped inside of a metal bowl would be something akin to being inside a hot oven and unable to exit.
Oh.
Now, there's speculation as to if the Brazen Bull was actually ever used in practice.
Oh, well, if they thought of it, you know they did it.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Come on, man, we've done this before.
I feel like there's some historians out there that are like, we need to be gentle with our audience.
No, come on, man.
Give me the full nitty-gritty details.
You know, if they thought of it, wrote it down, it was done.
So, according to some sources, there's no archaeological evidence to support its existence.
No, because they pushed it into Troy and claimed it was a horse.
Trojan horse?
No, it's a Trojan bull. Moo, motherfucker.
Moo, motherfucker, moo. The only evidence comes from writings of Greek historians. Now, as the story goes, around the year of 560 BCE, in the seaside colony of Acragas.
Real quick, what does BCE? Because
I just said it. You were not paying attention.
I evidently wasn't. People old as I am know BC, not BCE.
Before Common Era.
Oh, bullshit. It's before Christ. That's what it used to be.
That's what it used to be.
Yeah,
BC,
now
but it's before Common Era.
Okay, for those of you that are old like me, it's before Christ. BC.
So, in 560 BCE, in the seaside colony of Acragas, which is now modern-day Sicily, there was a tyrannical ruler by the name of Valerius, who was recorded as being a cannibal who devoured babies. You know, just a little Kronos there. That's fine.
I was going to say, but he wasn't to having eaten whatever came out of the fucking Brazen Bull?
You know, I don't know. I didn't ask him. I can't ask him.
I would think so, because goddamn, if he's using it, he might be using it.
So,
if he's a cannibal.
Now, Valerius, his realm was noted as being wealthy and lovely overall, but he commanded the region with a cruel iron fist.
Most do.
Perialus was the court sculptor, and he approached Valerius one day with a concept plan for the Brazen Bull, proposing it to be as a means of executing condemned prisoners, in turn also providing a deterrent spectacle for the audience that would watch it take place.
Oh, Lord.
So, Perilis' statue was a brass cast of a bull, hollow inside with one door on the side where a victim could be placed inside of the statue.
Is it wrong that I keep seeing the Merrill Lynch bull in my head?
I don't know what it looks like, so I can't say.
I don't have my phone here. I'll dig it up.
So from there, like I stated previously, the fire could be lit underneath the belly, causing the metal to heat up and cause a slow and truly agonizing death. Perilis had constructed a complex system of tubes and stops to convert the screams of the victim into what would be the sound of a bellowing bull. So
sounds like basically a trumpet.
That's
type
basically
of thing.
what it is. It looks like
valves.
a big French horn inside because I got to see what it kind of looks like sculpted inside, or what theoretically it would look like.
Right.
And it's basically all these elongated tubes, and there's one that shoots out at the end, and some of them have stops and goes, but it ultimately all comes together to make the bellowing noise of a bull.
Wow. That's just like an insult to injury. Really is.
It really is, but fucking creative nonetheless.
It really is, but still, it's like, oh, okay, I want to hear the sound of a bull. Well, go out in the fucking pasture. No, I want to torture some individual and make them sound like a bull while they die. The fuck?
Right? Just like look at him like, okay, dude.
Okay, you're a little warped, but hey, you're paying me, sure.
So, Perilis believed that, and I'm sorry if I mispronounce his name or I'm pronouncing it different ways. It happens. It's Greek. I'm not Greek.
Not even a little.
Not even a little. So he believed that the bullish yell would actually please the ruthless leader. Now, the story goes that Valerius, upon hearing this proposal and seeing the physical bull presented to him, was horrified not by its cruelty, but shocked that Perilis had even thought up something like this.
Shocked as in a good way, pleased? Or shocked in a, oh my god, you're a demented motherfucker?
I think it's a little bit of both. Like, oh, I'm interested. But you know what? I can't speak to him being too fucking shocked when he's a goddamn baby cannibal, okay? I don't know how much of a shock you can get after that.
Right.
Now, from here, to test the device...
Oh, Jesus.
Valerius ordered Perilis to demonstrate the sound mechanism by climbing in.
Oh my god!
And
did
screaming.
He fall for that shit?
Oh yeah.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus! I would have been like, no. Let's go find that dude over there laying down in the gutter, sound asleep because he's drunk. Come on, let's put him in there, see what he does. Oh my god!
It's just a fucked story, man.
It really is.
Valerius crawls inside this bull.
Hold this a moment. I'm going in, boys. Come on.
I can just imagine him being like, oh yeah, we'll test that for you.
Let me show you. Oh my fucking god.
And guess what?
He left him in there?
Valerius closed the door.
Oh, did not see that coming.
So, Valerius closes the door, turns to his guard, and goes,
Light it.
Light a fire, man.
Oh my stars and garters. I thought I was just exaggerating. What a fucked up individual.
So, Perilis was killed by the very torture that he devised.
You did too good, Perilis. You did too good, man.
And unfortunately, in my brain, just to make it a little bit comedic, because obviously this is really fucking dark, I just imagine the history of the world people.
Oh god, yes. Mel Brooks.
Yeah. Yep. That's about right. Just fucking, yeah, not a problem. I'll do it for you. What are you?
Boss.
I'm a professional bullshitter. Did you bullshit today? Did you bullshit yesterday?
Will you bullshit tomorrow? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
History of the World Part 1. Can you tell I raised her on fucked up goddamn movies? Oh, shit.
So, according to some accounts from people being in the audience, before Valerius could actually die from heat inside the bowl, Valerius went, take him out. Take him out. We're gonna throw him off a cliff instead.
Oh, what an honor, Your Majesty. Jesus fuck. Did he actually get to hear the bull scream, though?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That was the whole thing that he needed.
Oh my god. I could have done that without the fire and throwing off the cliff, but sure, go ahead. Oh my god. Please tell me that this asshole got his own taste of his own medicine. Oh, from the shit-ass grin she's giving me, I'm going to go with yes, he did.
So, Valerius's horrific reign eventually came to an end when he was overthrown by Telumcus. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name.
It works confusing.
For me. That's his name, though.
That's what we're going with. Telumcus.
In 554 BCE. And in a twisted fate, it said that the former tyrant was killed in the Brazen Bull.
Yes! 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 Sorry.
Could you imagine just fucking watching him be like, go test that out?
I'm just amazed at the dumb shit that designed it went, oh, absolutely, Your Majesty. Fuck no. I went, no. Abso-fucking-lutely no. God damn, idiot. Jesus Christ. Oh, Lord. I'm going to need a break. I got to go pee.
There have been a few other mentions of the bull throughout history, such as the case of Saint Antipas or Antipas. Antipas?
Sure.
Antipas.
That works.
Yeah, Antipas is
Yeah,
right. You're right.
Okay, yeah, that works. Jesus. Your poor droplets. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. You guys have to deal with my poor pronunciation skills. Or Antipas, a pilgrim, who was executed by Roman Emperor Nero for allegedly conducting illegal exorcisms.
What's illegal about an well, I guess there could be.
They weren't approved by the church.
Well, not a lot is, but anyways.
There was also Saint Eustace, a Roman soldier who was executed by Emperor Hadrian for converting to Christianity.
Ooh.
Now, like I said, there's no archaeological evidence to prove that this ever existed. There are, however, writings from philosophers like Cicero, Pindar, and Lucretius. Sorry.
I was going to say, if you're going to say ludicrous, I'm going, he wasn't alive back then.
Lucretius. To lend some level of historical credence of its existence at some point and its use in public executions. Apparently, there is also reference to the Brazen Bull by philosopher Dante in Dante's Inferno.
Yeah, I was going to say that's kind of where I've heard of it before. Mm-hmm. But seriously, I will show you a picture of the bull that I keep seeing. Like in my brain, I'm going, it probably is really close. Wow, that was a lot to take in.
All right. Onwards and forwards.
Let me strap in.
We're good to go. You're good to go?
I hope so.
All right. We're going to talk about the next one, which is Flaying.
I'm just not going to go there.
Numerous ancient cultures practiced the art of skinning individuals alive, including the Assyrians and the Popoloca. But examples also exist in early China, as early as the Ming Dynasty, as well as Europe in the 16th century.
Native Americans did it too.
Oh, yeah. I know. Yeah. But and they don't talk about that.
Oh, I was going to say there was a tribe, I can't remember the name of them, that used to cut off strips of legs and stuff and then feed it to the people that they just stripped it off of. Yeah. And it was women doing it too. Women are mean. They are really mean.
That is really mean.
That is really mean.
Can you imagine
that's
like
just
fucking sitting there with a strip of like your
flesh and then you're like, that bitch, because they let you starve for a few days.
What smells so good? What smells like bacon?
It's like Hannibal Lecter and that smells really good. Let me eat some of my own goddamn brain. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the ancient Assyrians would fillet their enemies to frighten them, which I feel like is a pretty good fucking tactic. I would be kind of afraid.
You'd think twice, I would hope.
So stone carvings from that time of like 800 BCE depicted warriors methodically removing the skin from prisoners' bodies, marking the Assyrians as one of the first cultures to partake of this brutal torture method. Assyrians, according to National Geographic, were one of the world's earliest empires, populating regions of modern-day Iraq, Iran, Kuwait, Syria, and Turkey. They grew their numbers by taking over enemy cities one by one, using newly developed warfare tactics and iron weapons. Now,
I'm just sitting here going, God, and I know just a fucking rug burn how bad that hurts. Can you imagine having your skin peeled off?
I tried to disassociate when I did this research. I really did. I'm like, I don't want to know. It doesn't help, like, because I'll get hangnails and stuff. And
and you do
pull
that,
it off.
Like,
I'm like,
that freaking hurts so bad. Oh my God, not even close.
Not even close. So when the Assyrians took over an area, commonly with any other type of conquering and like war taking place in this time in the world, looting took place.
Of course.
So artisans and workmen would be deported from their territories back to the main capital, where they would just basically go back to work, lucky bastards.
Right. Get you back to the workshop. Okay. Much better than getting filleted.
What did you want to be in the Middle Ages? An artist. Unless you're in Greece, then you're going into a bull.
So maybe not.
Maybe not. Additionally, there's no record that the Assyrians ever lost a battle. And for the matter, they didn't lose any soldiers on record either. Ooh. Which is fucking insane. No killed, no wounded.
That's outstanding, but
right?
I'm like, okay, what was their tactics that allowed them to do so? Other than flaying.
One of the leaders of the Assyrian Empire at this time, Ashur-nazir-pal II, who called himself the trampler of all enemies, and was noted as being an individual to proudly display his kills by hanging the corpses of his enemies on posts. So a little
Vlad the Impaler
shit. Vladdy going on.
Right. That is definitely a discouragement, I would say.
I would say it's also a discouragement. That's not a very welcome sign to see.
Nope, that's true.
He had a case where a city had resisted takeover of the Assyrians for as long as possible, instead of just going, I submit, take it, don't hurt us.
You know, some of those places were well fortified, where it was like
and others weren't as well fortified, where it's like you don't have anything to fight this battle with.
No, and some of them, especially I know in England, they used to bring all of the peasants and serfs and stuff into the castle walls and make them safe.
They tried to do that with oh god, what is it, Jamestown?
Yeah. That didn't work so well for them.
No.
That just was a big old pyro burst then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Indians knew about fire, you dumbasses. Anyways.
Not to mention they starved them out, too.
Yeah, too. Yeah, well, in England, I guess when you're used to being under siege 24/7, you kind of learn how to prep.
Yeah.
So, some of them could outlast their attackers.
So, this one city in particular was resisting Ashur-nazir-pal's advances. So this motherfucker wrote out himself. So he proudly recorded his punishment of filleting as many noblemen and noble women that had rebelled against him as possible.
Well, that sets a standard so that the serfs, peasants, and under people follow him.
Yeah. He draped their skins over piles of corpses and spread them out within the pile, hanging others upon stakes that were erected around the pile and in the pile. Additionally noting, I filleted many right through my land and draped their skins over the walls.
Oh my god.
So, that's what the Assyrians were doing. Let's move into the Ming Dynasty a little bit.
Oh, we're going Chinese.
We're going Chinese.
Yahoo!
So the Ming Dynasty maintained a tyranny over China for nearly 300 years between 1368 and 1644. And the time period is commonly heralded as being a time of beauty and prosperity.
Okay.
So, Emperor Taizu reigned during the Hongwu period and proved to be exceptionally cruel.
Oh, yeah.
He once commanded an army that expelled the Mongol invaders from China in 1386.
That's saying something, because the Mongols are, as your Auntie Yen would say,
Yeah.
angry Asians.
Yes.
God. Anywho.
Which gave the dynasty its name Ming as an
Ming.
insult for
Ooh.
Mongol word of brilliant.
Really? Oh, so the Ming Dynasty means something totally different than what we think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's the Mongol word for brilliant, but it was literally just like a fuck you.
you. Wow.
So, Taizu also made it a capital offense for anyone to criticize him.
Well, of course.
And when he discovered his chief minister had been accused of plotting against him,
Oh, you fucked, buddy. You fucked.
he not only killed him, he killed his family, he killed his relatives, he killed his friends that associated with his friends.
Dishonor on your cow, dishonor on your...
Exactly! Make a note of this.
Like, all I'm seeing is a little dragon going, dishonor on your cow, dishonor on your house.
This bloodbath totaled to roughly 40,000 people by the time he was finished. I'm like, dude, take a chill pill. Some of these people don't even know each other. They're like, why the fuck am I getting skinned? And he's like, because you fucked with George, you fucked with him, and then fucked with me.
I was going to say, it's Hatfields and McCoy, China style. My God almighty. Holy crackers.
So, some of those individuals were filleted, and their flesh, in turn, was nailed to the walls.
At this point, it's Art Deco.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with, because, you know.
And it was used as a warning from Emperor Taizu that he would not tolerate anyone questioning his authority.
That's a pretty good statement.
You know what? I don't think I'm going to question you,
No,
sir. I
no.
don't want to do that.
No.
That doesn't sound like a good time.
Although I've seen people that have cut off tattoos and like, well, this one woman took her husband's whole back piece when he died and had it made into like a wall.
I get it, but at the same time...
That's sick as fuck! No, I'm sorry, burn his ass with it. I don't care. No.
He had a beautiful tattoo on his back. I have a picture of it.
I'm good.
I don't have a picture frame of it.
Like, good God, we don't need the whole fucking thing in the house. No, I'm good.
Just walking past. Oh, that's a cool art piece. Where did you get that? Oh, it was from my husband's back. He broke his back working for it.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
There are some fucked up people out there. Yes, there are.
So let's jump the pond.
Oh, Nelly, we coming over to Europe or to America?
We're going down to South America.
Oh, okay, that's a good jump. Yeah.
Yeah. The Popoloca, the civilization prior to the Aztecs, would use Flaying as part of ritual sacrifice for the god Shepetotec.
Probably close, but not quite. You get the idea. What are you making me do it? Where is it?
It's right there. Shepetotec.
Shepetotec, and the next one is, oh, good luck.
Oh, yeah, I know. That's a full clusterfuck of situation there.
Hang on, folks. We're going in photo, or what is it? Words with Kaitie.
Words with friends.
Good God.
So, Shepetotec is the lord of the flayed.
That's what it means? Ooh.
So, ancient priests of Shepetotec would ritualistically sacrifice their victims in a ceremony called, and I'm so sorry, we're going to try to do this. It looks like a hellscape of word. Tlakashipewa Lee.
Oh, good Lord.
I'm not sure.
I don't even think your pronounced names could do that shit.
No, it kind of stuttered for a little bit.
Went, fuck it, I'm done.
And then I was like, well, maybe AI will have the answer for me. So I went to AI Google and like, pronounce it. And it was like, it spun for a good 2 minutes on that word. Like, what the fuck did you just give me?
So we're going with this one. She did good.
Yeah. So this ritual would take place over the course of 40 days each spring. And a chosen Popoloka would be dressed as Jaipe Dotek.
Okay. I thought it was going to be like they flayed him for 40 days. I'm like, mother humper!
No, we're going to have a good time first before we get to that.
Okay, cool.
So,
everybody needs a good time.
this individual would be dressed wearing bright colors and jewelry and then ritually sacrificed along with war captives in exchange for a bountiful harvest. I'm like,
no, well, at least there's a plus side to it, but it still sucks.
it's the chocolate, isn't it? We wanted that so bad. I just think about that one joke that I can't remember what her name is. It's like, you can't tell me men didn't like pumpkin spice lattes.
Oh, God. It's ice slushing
yeah.
her.
When we then boarded a ship to go find cinnamon, found it in the new world, and went, oh my God, this is good. We got to kill everybody here.
Yeah. It's like women aren't even attracted to the pumpkin spice shit as much as the men are to that smell.
Yeah.
I swear to God, every time I fire up something that's relatively close to that, your dad's like, ooh, what are you making? Yeah.
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 I'm like, that was the only thing I could think of. I'm like, it's the cocoa, isn't it?
It really
It's
is.
the cocoa beans.
Or it's the turquoise. It could be the turquoise.
It could be the
It
turquoise.
could have been the gold,
But
too.
it's bountiful harvest. So it's
Oh,
food.
it has to be it. Oh, my God.
This sacrificial proceeding involved 2 circular altars. On the first, the chosen tribe member would be killed in a gladiator-styled battle.
Oh, at least he went out dying a hero.
Yeah.
Okay.
And on the other, they would be filleted.
The same person?
Yes.
Well, that's kind of mean. Well, he was a loser.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got that.
So the priest would then fillet the skin and wear it.
Oh, my God. He's doing fucking...
Ed Gein.
He puts lotion in the basket or it gets a hose again.
I'm just like, as soon as I was like, he wore it, I'm like, I need to take a break. I think I've gone a little too
Buffalo
close
Bill.
to this.
Buffalo Bill.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, I need to take a
Or
break.
Ed Gein.
I walked away from that. I'm like, I need to take a moment.
Good Lord.
But before disposing of the skin, the priest would wear the flayed skin before disposing of it in 2 holes in front of the altars. The practice of filleting.
My question is, how long did he wear the skin?
I don't know.
I would say
It's
maybe
a ceremony that takes 40 days. I'm
Oh
not sure
my
if we
God!
take him out on the first day or if we fucking take him out on the last day. I'm not sure how the proceedings work.
And you didn't dive deeper into that? There's just no information?
There's no information.
Oh, shit.
Other than it lasted 40 days.
Okay, we're just going to say he did it, wore it, and went into the hole.
You know, that would be the logical thing to do, but I don't think that's what happened.
I don't think it did either. I'm thinking
happened.
a motherfucker walked around with it for 40 fucking days.
So the practice of filleting largely died out by the dawn of the Middle Ages.
Other than the fillet of fish. Sorry. Anyways.
Oh, Jesus. Although it didn't completely disappear, as there are a handful of filleting cases during the medieval era.
Mm-hmm.
One possible story of it is that of a man named Richard Pudelicoit.
Where are we at?
Pudelicoit.
Well, it could be close, yeah. Pudelicoit. I don't know if he's French, Spanish, what.
So, Richard Pudelicoit, who was flayed after he stole treasure from Westminster Abbey.
Ooh.
In 1303. It is certain that he hung for his crimes in 1305. However, there is also claim from his executioner that he was filleted and the skin was affixed to the treasury door as a warning to anybody else who dares steal from Westminster Abbey.
You were in there. Did you see anything like that?
You think they still got some bitch hanging up on the wall?
They might. You never know. They have
I didn't see shit like that going in.
I thought you saw the crown jewels and all that shit. Okay.
We did. I didn't see anything like that.
Okay, they may have.
And also, the crown jewels aren't in Westminster Abbey.
They're not anymore.
They're in Tower of London.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. Anybody over in London listening to this, let us know.
Somebody go look. Go see if Richard Pudalik is still on the door.
Or Pidloki or whatever his name is. Yeah. Wow.
That's probably close.
Probably.
Pudloki. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. We're making fun of this poor man.
I know. But you can't. Otherwise, you just kind of sit there and just dissolve into a puddle of and we don't want that.
If a person were alive during a flaying, their most likely cause of death would range from anywhere between shock, critical blood loss, or loss of other bodily fluid, hypothermia, or infection. An estimated death will occur between a few hours to a couple of days. Why the fuck are you looking at me like that? You're like,
what is the other bodily fluid that's coming out other than blood and that type of stuff?
Depending on where you're at, you can have plasma, you could have...
It's still kind of in the blood category, but still.
If, obviously, they're not surgical proceedings because that shit didn't come out until later, okay?
I'm just going, what other bodily fluids?
What I would say is other bodily fluid is that they might have cut too deep into the abdomen.
Oh, okay, and guts and everything.
Guts, bile, those types of things.
I was going to say, and there is a certain amount of water in your body that will come out, too, instead of. But I'm just going, what other bodily fluids could be there other than blood, saliva?
So, death would occur between a couple of days after.
I was going to say, and at that point, it probably wouldn't be huge to lose your skin so much as to the Well, it's big, I give you that, but it's not going to be, depending on how much they take off of you, it's not going to be a death.
No, I was actually about to go into that because honestly,
be more
when you think
secondary
of this,
infections and shit like that.
When you think of this as a torture and not an execution method, like an execution method, we're taking it all.
Yeah. They would peel you from the head to the... Because even with Native Americans, when they would scalp, you didn't always fucking die.
No.
So, that's just
It's usually infection that gets you.
Exactly. That's
or hypothermia.
Well, just...
And shock.
Shock.
Trauma.
I'd
be a little shocked, too, if somebody peeled my skin off.
Yeah, exactly. But still, it's like... You can survive to a certain extent.
Yeah. And obviously, like, when we're thinking about this when it comes to a torture method, it's more likely than not that if it was used as a torture method, they're taking probably a strip off of some type of, what are they, limbs? Oh I was going to say ligament.
You're not even drinking. I am. Come on, wake up.
I'm sorry, it worked out today. I picked things up and I put them down.
Oh my god.
Anyways, but if you're thinking on that aspect, like a strip during the Middle Ages, you losing a good chunk of like 10 inches of skin.
Yeah, because it may not just be skin. They may be taking some muscle tissue and stuff too. They may just be taking out
these people aren't surgeons. Let me remind you, like, medical proceedings did not happen until what? The Victorian era is when they started grave robbing?
Oh, Lord, that's a whole nother case.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
But still, at that time, it's like if they weren't just peeling it off, because everybody has had one of those wounds where it's like you peeled off some layer of skin and went, ow,
and it got more than that. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. This was probably way more. And like I say, it was a secondary infection, exposure, that kind of shit too.
And especially if you don't know how connective tissue works. Like, getting skin off a muscle, I'll be the first to say it. I haven't skinned a person. Let's start there. But I've done enough dissections on, unfortunately, other animals in my education.
And let me tell you, she uses that against poor Salem all the time. I will fucking skin you. I can do it in 19 seconds. Poor cat. No wonder she doesn't want to leave the trailer. God damn.
It's a dangerous world out there, baby. Somebody might skin you that's better at it than I am. Or worse. I don't know which one you want.
Oh my God. Oh, this poor cat. Jesus. No wonder she's traumatized.
Just needed her to stop pissing in my fucking hamper, man.
Did it work?
For a while, yeah. Oh. And then she realized I was all fucking hoke, and she was like, you ain't gotta do shit to me. There are times I do look at her when she's doing something ornery. I'm like, you'd make a good fur rug.
Poor cat. God. You need to up your game and go, there are 9 others out in the backyard that are willing to replace your ass.
Jesus. I'm so fucking mean to that cat. I love her, though. I'd never do anything to her. Let's preface this.
God, no. God, she can't even. She takes her outside to our front patio, which is completely screened in and absolutely safe and kitty proofed and all that kind of stuff. Salem loses her shit. She's like, she needs to come back with me. She needs to be with mommy.
And who does she run to?
You.
Mom.
Yeah, I know. She's crazy.
She's a mama's girl.
Yeah.
We love her. So, the breaking wheel, which is also known as Catherine's wheel.
Catherine the Great.
Of
Russia.
Alexandria.
Alexandria, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Or the wheel, just in general.
That's what I found was the wheel.
Yes. So an individual would be condemned to death, usually. And over the course of several days, bound to the wheel while their limbs were crushed or broken. The first version of the wheel may date back to the Frankish times, where it was customary to dispose of certain criminals by simply just driving over them with a wagon or a cart.
Yeah.
Just fucking get it over with.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Well, you think back long and hard. Firearms were a rarity. Swords, knives, and shit like that were pretty good.
This is really old times.
I know that. Well, honestly, the Chinese invented gunpowder. Back in a long time ago, and they had way back in a long time ago. But still,
fucking old man Jenkins here from the mine. I've been down there 87 years.
Exactly. But still, it's like, how do you take care of people that just run them over?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, legend holds that it began with Saint Catherine of Alexandria, who died on the wheel in 305 AD after refusing to renounce her Christianity faith.
Yep.
Interestingly enough, though, when she was being executed, the wheel broke underneath her during her torture, which, mind you, doesn't really happen.
No.
That's a super rare
And that should have been kind of like the electric chair of modern day, where if it fails to kill you, you get to walk free. Did they do that to her?
No.
No. Hell no.
No.
We gotta kill the bitch.
I'm pretty sure they threw her down a hill. That's what I read.
And then ran her over with a cart.
And then ran her over with a wheel.
This is not funny, but it really is. Because, goddamn.
You gotta laugh a little bit, otherwise you're just like, what the fuck is wrong with these people?
Oh my god. Dark humor.
It's
real.
Those who were condemned to this punishment were either broken by the wheel or broken on the wheel.
Or ran over by the wheel. There's 3 choices. Okay.
Typically, it was a large wooden spoke wheel that was used for like transporting of carts and carriages, and they always made sure, especially after Catherine, that it had an iron rim on it.
Yeah, that's just, Otherwise, it could break.
In the first part of the torture, the executioner may have dropped the wheel on the victim to break their bones.
Jesus, fuck! I didn't read into this. I just picked it. I didn't read into it.
The second part saw the victim tied to the wheel so that the executioner can systematically break their bones with a cudgel.
Oh my.
And mind you, a cudgel is simply a stick or like, a club.
Yeah, it's just
like
basically
weapon.
A modern day sledgehammer, but it's of the old sledgehammer type of thing, a cudgel.
The victim would then be left to hang on the wheel for hours or even days with broken limbs intertwined into the wheel's spokes. Ultimately, it takes a while for a victim to succumb to their fate on the wheel.
Please tell me they spin it.
Additionally, there are also testimonials of being turned on the wheel, which involved using the instrument to roll the victim down a large hill or a cliff or simply spin them.
Oh my god, I'm just going, it's the roulette wheel! Do we have red 49? Oh my god.
Listen, when I read that, I went, oh, it's the Cards Against Humanity windmill full of corpses. After which, the executioner would decide the final blow was given to the face or the stomach after the desired agony had been carried out.
If they chose to do broken and then spun until you're fucking puking isn't enough. Let's plunge you in the stomach. Oh my god, these people are ruthless.
This method of torture and execution was used through the Middle Ages right up until the modern era.
Of course! I was going to say, didn't they do that in the Westerns where they'd put somebody on a fucking wagon wheel and spin them and shoot at them or something like that? Holy fuck.
We don't talk about that.
But we don't, because it involves us.
It involves us, but yes, sometimes they would.
God.
So, like I said, it was used right up until the modern era, and it is often cited in modern chronicles.
There you go.
Chronicles.
Think of Riddick.
Modern chronicles associated with various crimes, including infanticide or matricide at the end of the 18th century. So, to put into perspective what those two mean, it would be killing your baby or killing your wife or your husband or your mother.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. Oh, God.
So, additionally, in 1630, the wheel was used to calm an angry crowd with public executioners who were executing men on the wheel that were accused of spreading the plague.
The plague was spread by rats.
Yeah, but they thought these poor bastards did it, so they fucked them up hard.
Oh, that's...
I even mentioned in my notes, I'm like, that's a little witch hunty.
That is a little witch hunty. Oh my god. You had the plague. No, I didn't. Yeah, you did. We're putting you on the wheel. Oh, I need more alcohol for this.
The breaking wheel stands as one of history's most gruesome methods of execution and was largely reserved for the worst criminals with the intent to inflict as much pain and suffering as possible upon the individual before a large crowd.
Oh, nay. I still say the deboweling, drawing and quartering and shit like that.
Oh, just wait.
Oh, we can do that too?
We're going to do that too a little bit.
Oh, goody. Huh?
However, it did eventually fade from use in, like I said, the 19th century going into the modern era.
Right.
Typically, this type of instrument was used to punish those who had committed crimes of great social importance, such as murder, patricide, matricide, infanticide, crimes against the state, rape, torture, things like that.
Yeah, I could see that.
I want to know where the line's drawn for the executioner for the fucking torture part. Like, do we just say, okay, Bob, you've retired, bring the wheel?
Oh, the poor ass. Oh, I never thought of that. That poor dude. He's absolved of his crimes because he, goes to the...
Everybody went to church. You think he's absolved?
Yeah, he probably was because Jesus did that. Anyways. Oh, my God.
So, most of these criminals would be left to die after their... Cudgeling? I can't remember how this...
Cudgeling.
Sorry, thank you.
Yeah. A little dark.
So, most of these criminals would be left to die after their cudgeling. Okay. Eventually dying from shock, dehydration, exposure, or animal attacks, and most survived no longer than 3 days. What an agonizing fucking 3 days, though.
Right?
During the Middle Ages, across Europe and parts of Asia, there were many people who were condemned to die by the breaking wheel. Procedures from the blood court of Zurich in the 15th century described how the condemned individual would be placed belly down on a board. From there, the wheel would be slammed down twice on each arm and twice on each leg. One for the humerus, one for the radius and ulna. One for the femur, one for the tibia and fibia.
Yeah. I'm just going, ow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 9th blow would be administered to the spine.
Oh, I was going to say the head, but spine is much better. Oh. Yeah, that'll take you out.
Yeah.
You're pretty much paralyzed.
From there, the body would then be woven through the spikes of the wheel, and it would be hammered down on a pole, which would then be erected to lift the victim up on top of it.
So were they perpendicular or horizontal?
They're looking up at the sky.
So horizontal.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Then they'd be left there to die publicly.
Did they get spun?
Sometimes.
Okay, because
I would imagine they would
would
at
say
that point.
after that, I kind of want to go around in circles for a while until they puke, because what else is left?
In France, the wheel would revolve to add an extra dimension of uncertainty to the punishment. So the number of blows was predetermined by the court in sentencing.
Right.
In some cases, if it was judged appropriate, the executioner would dispatch of the criminal after 1 or 2 blows by strangling them to death, or alternatively, they could do a killing blow to the neck or the chest with the wheel. Of which the chest blow was known in France as the coup de grâce.
Coup de grâce.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Coup de grâce.
Coup de grâce.
Coup de grâce.
Coup de grâce. Oh my God. I love you. But.
Blee, blee, blah, blah, blee.
Right? It's a coup de grâce.
Coup de grâce.
3 years of French.
Listen, I took 3 years of Spanish. Don't remember a fucking lick of it. But if you speak to me in Norwegian, I know what it is. Just can't talk back to you.
Only if it's death metal.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Anyways, coup de grâce.
In the worst case scenarios of wheel execution, the legs would be broken first, working upwards in sequence to hands, chest, neck, head, to ensure the pain was guaranteed to last.
I'm just going, my whole body's going, we're there.
Listen, I sleep like I fell off a fucking 20-foot story building.
Dude, I slept wrong and dislocated my fucking knee. Don't give me that shit.
Listen, I woke up this morning because I had fallen asleep on my stomach. Never happens. Absolutely never fucking happens anymore.
She's not a stomach sleeper.
I woke up this morning and the only thing that came to mind as my back snapped like a glow stick was, wow, what a hole.
God damn. Oh, Lord. And when your chiropractor goes pop and he goes, you say, oh, that felt good. And you went, oh, that's not a good sound. You know you've done something bad.
Mm-hmm.
God.
So, in 1581, the mass murderer, Peter Niers, who was a German bandit convicted of 544 murders.
Damn, you need to look into his ass.
I know, I'm like, you were fucking busy. What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, come on, look into that shit.
Was tortured for a total of 2 days and was given 42 strikes on the wheel.
Okay, what is a strike on the wheel other than...
Breaks. Hit, break, hit, break, hit, break. They pulverized him.
Okay, if he
starting
did that
with
much,
his ankles.
Oh my God, it's like oh, sweet Jesus.
And moving up before being drawn and quartered alive.
That'll do it.
I'm like, what a fucking overkill, man. Like, how
no,
are you tying...
come on. If he had that many murders, it was just. How many murders did he have?
544.
Okay, it was just.
That's fair.
If you think there are only 206 bones in the fucking body, it was very just.
So, while I was looking this up, an interesting fact that I came across when digging was that in 2019, an article regarding the first signs of torture in Italy was published, in which forensic pathologists and anthropologists discovered a male skeleton between the ages of 17 to 20 years old at the site of South Ambrogio in Milan.
Ooh, Milan's so pretty.
Which dated back to the Middle Ages, somewhere between 1290 to 1430.
Okay.
The skeleton had fractures to the ulna, the radii, the tibia, the fibia, on both the left and right sides of the body. Additionally, there were signs of decapitation found at the occipital bone.
Okay, now my question is going, couldn't he have, like, jumped from something and broke those bones on the way down?
It's very direct hits.
So they're actually seeing...
They have identified him as being one of Italy's first tortured wheel victims.
So they actually can determine that something impacted it versus him impacting.
Yeah.
Ooh, interesting.
Which we can get into that more when we talk forensic anthropology.
Yeah, you need to get a hold of Kim and...
Caitlin Bullhoffner.
Yep. Wow. Well, that's kind of cool.
Yep.
But still, wow. Whole lot there.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the dark humor today.
Oh my God, sorry we got the giggles through it, but you know, it is what it is. If you don't laugh, you're gonna cry.
Exactly. If you do not laugh during some of this shit, you are going to have a mental breakdown, and it's just not going to be a good time for anybody involved. So we hope that we got some laughs out of you today, too. Hope that you enjoyed our story from New Orleans.
There's more to come, because when Sarah comes in, you get her side.
Oh, yeah. Because I have no idea what Sarah was doing half the time.
No, she had an adventure from Colorado to New Orleans.
And then back to Colorado.
And then back to Colorado via... She came through Arkansas, but I think she only got up to Little Rock.
Yeah. No, she actually went all the way up to... I think she was in Branson before you guys were.
Oh, Missouri?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, I go up there and catch the 70 and go out. So, yeah. But yeah, that's yeah. She's got a story for you. I'm sure she does.
She's probably got a couple stories for us.
Oh, I'm sure we got more, but I can't remember them right now. Oh God, it was. Oh my God, I know. I just know we left at like 2:30 in the morning, and we returned at 2:30 in the morning. So it was a total completion. But God damn,
we went full circle.
We really did. And if you can, check out Streets of Sin if you're down there. Take his tour. They're excellent. And the St. Louis Cemetery is really cool.
Yes.
Very cool.
Thank you again for listening to Spattered. Please make sure to follow the show on Facebook and Instagram at Spattered Podcast and on X at Spattered Pod. If you're enjoying the show, make sure to follow and leave a 5-star rating on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcasts from. If you're watching on YouTube, like this video, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to be notified when the show goes live or drops a video. As always, if you have a case request, any questions, or are interested in sponsoring the show, please email me at spatteredpodcast@gmail.com. Spattered is a true crime podcast hosted by Caitlin Gardner and Sarah Ray. The research and edits for this episode were done by Caitlin Gardner. All the music for the show was done by Lucio Cardenas. We'll see you next time. Stay safe out there. And remember, the truth is always in the blood.